Hello, hello. Let me see if my camera is working right here. Okay, hold on. Let me just take this camera out. All right, all right, all right. Welcome back. I'm super excited again because today I want to talk with you guys something super important. It is because we are women in business. We forgot that we are women in power. And that is something that I want to address to you today. When we are in this position in businesses, everybody's looking at us. All the eyes are on us. It's as simple as, for example, you are working as a manager. Okay, when you start working when you're 18 years old and you're going to this I don't know, Marianne, or well, now it's Sarah, or Banana Republic, Gap. Well, I remember Gap. I don't know if Gap is still over here now. Coach. These companies, you go over there and you have the manager, right? That's the one that run the show. She's the one to make the order. She knows the inventory. She's going to the fashion shows. Maybe she's going to the main office to start getting all the new products or whatever is going to be the new sale, right? Or the offers, and the to make the blowout that bring that store to be number one. If you are the manager at that store, you are a woman of power. Hi, how are you? My name is Rosalina Esquilin. I'm super excited you guys are here with me. I love to do this live for you guys. And let me tell you something. I enjoyed so much the one yesterday that my life changed completely. I feel like the whole 20 years or 30 years in experience that I have been through, that I have been seeing myself growing and try to maybe get that information from the manager that I used to see, for the CEO that I had to follow instructions, or the owner of the company I have been had the pleasure to see with the big person of that company. It doesn't matter what is the sex, is a woman or is a guy, is the knowledge. So I'm here super excited to bring that knowledge to you. And better than that, I would like to give it to you, this knowledge, as the simple possible way. We need to stop seeing ourselves as the weakest one. We have been seeing ourselves for many, many years like we are not empowered. And today I have to tell you that. Welcome, everyone. Today we're talking about something that is transforming the business world: the woman's position in power. You're just not working, you're not just surviving in business, but the women are leading industries, closing major deals, building wealth, and influence the future. We need to stop thinking. For decades, we have been taught that we are playing small and we are doubting about our voice, what we're doing, but we have been put our value under our talents. We are so talented and we have been let the society put also some strings, some limited to go far, that are levels that no one can reach us out. That era ends today. I need you to start thinking or continue thinking small. Today, we're entering a new generation of women who understand something powerful. Your skills become gold. And I cannot express that even better. You have the ability to change and transform with every time that you're talking. Women's is not just woman, we nourish. We are that essence that brings so much support, sweet, command, power. And when we understand that everything is compound to ourselves, to our mindset, we are going to be unstoppable. When we develop the right mindset, the right strategies, and the right leadership, we have a presence that nobody else can do. We know how to build income, we build influence, authority, and legacy. Today, your life is going to change. And I need you to tell you, when you're thinking of your power, and I'm thinking on you, who is a woman with power, is a woman that do not stop, that she doesn't ask or ask for permission. We don't have to do that. We go, we think, and we had to perform. When we perform correctly, girl, I'll tell you, you have so much power when you can control your energy, when you can control your emotions. We have to start thinking that we are like a bundle of emotions. And right now, I'm super excited. I'm bringing to you this information because I have been seeing myself sometimes thinking more than 20 times. And it's so funny because my coach, that I love her so much, she had been leading us because as a coach, we have a group, right? So she had been leading us to be the best of ourselves. But it's not until we say, stop, today's the day, we don't see our power. And I have been thinking, what I'm able to do with so much information. I'm a real estate broker. I have been working real estate for my past 20 years. And the funny thing is that I tried to get my license in Puerto Rico in 2000, I think it was 2003, 4, 2005. My daughter has like a year and a half, right? And I tried to get the license in Puerto Rico, and I told my husband, I can do real estate, right? Because it's in Spanish. I can pass the test. Guys, I did not pass the test. And it was so ridiculous. It's my native language. So my excuse, because my English is kind of tough to understand because of my accents, but I love it because this is what making me valuable, because I am bilingual. And you need to understand that what you have, your skills, is what make you to have everything transformed in gold. You have to enjoy who you are. So I came from Florida in 2006 to work with Disney World as a magical celebrations. And okay, no, actually was in the front desk, right? They interview us. I went to the Barnes and Nobles in Puerto Rico. I got this book from, I think it was, oh my gosh, it was a company that teach English, and I get the CD. I play the CD like crazy because I know that when I come over here, there's some manners that I need to use. And when you're working in Disney World, everything is magical, right? So I have this like, oh my gosh, I had to provide to prove myself to all these people. I'm going to be in an interview that some people will be selected. All right. So I went to the place. I practiced for 2 weeks for waiting for that date to come for the interviews. All of a sudden, I passed the interview. They gave me the paper that I told my husband, honey, I have a job in Walt Disney World. We had to leave. That's power. My husband and I, we were living in some tough situation in Puerto Rico. Why? Because he loved constructions. He loved real estate in the building process, right? And he is an architect. So in Puerto Rico, if there was a limit for you to do, over here, there's not limit. So we moved from Puerto Rico to the United States, Florida specifically, because he can continue his career in architecture here. And he has been working with Universal Studios, Disney World. And for me, it's an honor to be married with that guy because it's amazing everything that we have been through and where his name has been on is has been crazy. But that's a story is for another video. The thing is that when when we make a decision, we move people, we move our families, we move everything. That's the power that we have, and I don't know why we put it down. When I start to do this process, I came over here on May. By November, I have my real estate license. In English, the class. In English, the book. And in Spanish, the test. I passed my test in 2006, November. It was on the 22nd. It was days before Thanksgiving. I was a real estate license agent. And I was thrilled. Why? I passed my test with a second language. I put my daughter to sleep every single night and I get the book. I get the book and I translate the book from English to Spanish. I understand English. I can read English, but there's a terminology that I need to know like from like my DNA, right? So because it's what I'm gonna be doing, and real estate is pretty much law. If I do something wrong, I can be sued, I can be in jail. So the responsibility was super, super, super scary. So I decided to put myself to be the best of the best. Right now, I have agents calling me and telling me, you know what? This agent already left your office because after they do 2 or 3 sales, they think that they are the best of the best. So they decide to move from another office. And I love because they are growing. I understand that sometimes we are just in life just to prove and help somebody else to move and feel that power. And if I am that transition, go and do it. You're more than welcome to do it. And thank you for letting me be that part of your life that help you to catapult from here to over there. But something that I want to stress to you is continue doing. Because sometimes when you're with the person that help you to go from here to here and you lose that connection, sometimes you lose the knowledge, the energy, everything that that person really brings to you. But that's another video as well. So right now I want to tell you that I have my license. I went all in my real estate. I remembered the book. Today I'm a real estate instructor. Today, agents call me to tell me, "Hey, I one of your former agents just told me that you are the mother of the real estate." Oh my God! I have somebody else that has a team that I helped him to build with my agents as well. That's another story. That he says the only person that knows how to teach real estate is Rosalina. Why? Because I got committed. When I'm empowered, when you are empowered, you have to have everything. You need to help people to feel secure. The people can count on you that you are a fast thinker, you're a problem solving, you're a CEO thinker. You make decisions quickly. Real estate is just seconds for change the monthly payment of someone because you're taking too long to make a decision, to pass information, or just to send an email. People do not haven't understand yet that the real estate agent is the one that can cost thousands of hundreds of dollars to the client. What happened? The market changed all the time, interest rates as well. There are agents that I telling them, hey, when you're 60 days for closing, 60 days and less, just lock your interest rate for your agent. For your client. You know what? They forgot. All of a sudden, their client are paying $500 more, $600 more in monthly payments that they don't need to. But what happened? The realtor, the agent, are not paying attention what are their services are. They are thinking in the end. Like I said yesterday, what is the end? The sale. What is the end? That check cut. We don't need to think about that. That will come anyways. So today I want to tell you that you are a decision, you make decisions quickly. There's no time to waste. Your voice matter. And I will give it to you already the key points. You're not asking for permission, you go for it. You're you undervaluating yourself. You need to stop doing that. You're a CEO thinker, your decisions are quickly and your voice matter. But not just that. When you are doing businesses in the positions of power. And I want to say this, you don't have to have this huge business. And I think that sometimes we misunderstood business with money, with ROI, return of investment. We try to see business as a, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a billionaire and I'm going to have money that are going to be the cartoons that they are swimming in money all the time. Business is more than that. Business is your identity, is your reputation, is your integrity, is your knowledge, who you are. Business is, like I said before, your decision making, your strategies. How how ambitious are you that you're willing to change your life and the life of somebody else? And I was telling you, I'm telling you this because the other day, when we are trying to get the best of the best, but we don't want to pay that much, I was looking for the best nails um, place in Orlando. And when I Google, this place shows I wasn't able to be there that week, no the second week. But this week I went to that salon, and when I started talking with the girl, she was super cute. She wasn't not even the person doing my nails. She was one of the technicians. She says, oh, they just told me that you're a new client. And says, yes, I am. So how do you find us? And I said, well, Google. I was asking for the best nail salon and you guys show. So I want to try. And she says, why do you want to try? And I says, well, because I have been in other salons and my nails, because I play with my nails, I talk with my hands. I says my nails start peeling, and also they lose the gloss, they lose their shiny in the nails. And she says that's very weird. And I say, yes, I know, but it's still happening. So I'm tired to pay this maintenance every 2 weeks, because when you talk with your nails, and unfortunately people look at you from top to your feet and your nails are in the way. So when I was there, she says, oh, that could happen because of this and this and this and this. And I says, you see, that's the problem that I have. No one has figured it out. And even I say so, or I say something, they haven't taken care of that. So I had to look for a better place. At that moment, she was in a position of power, because I don't know why she was taking the position of the owner of the company, and she was giving to me the answer why my nails doesn't look the way that I wanted. At the same time, she was making me like a be in peace, relax, that I was in good hands, right? So at that moment, I was so kind of scared because I don't know what I'm gonna encounter. I just read whatever Google says, but I haven't had the opportunity to start my process. But she turned my experience in something that I really like because we start laughing. So she gave me something like I feel comfortable with. But when I was finishing my nails with the girl that was taking care of my nails, that moment, the manager stopped by and she says, "Hi, I just somebody told me that you're a new client." I said, "Yes, I am." So I explained the whole thing again. And she says, "If by any chance you don't like what you're getting, just let me know." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's very kind of you." And she says, "I don't want you to have the experience or the product that you are not happy with. I will not be happy charging you for something that you are not happy." But of course, we're women, we're noticing everything. So I have been noticed that as soon as I get to the salon, she has this lucky, the lucky cat all over the place and in front of the desk, right? The registration desk. And I says, "I know that because I saw your lucky cat. I know that you don't do that." So we start laughing. We get connection, and she says, "I love your energy." I didn't say anything. I don't even touch her, but I was talking her language. I respect her. She respect me. That's a woman of power. She doesn't have to say anything else. I was there in love with the salon. And let me tell you, I'm in love with the salon. My nails look impeccable. Finally, someone to know exactly the way that I want it. Okay. So now, what are my main skills? My main skills as a woman of power are sales mastery, communication, negotiation skills. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love to negotiate and get the best from my client. I love to go and says, "No, I'm not going to pay that." I actually tell my agent to tell their clients. It's so funny because I used to sell cars, right? And I was a sales consultant. But people comes to the dealership for ask for the car. And one of the questions was is how much are you're thinking to you're going to be paying monthly with the full insurance, right? Full cover insurance. I don't know. I think I can pay 230, $300. If I get something less than that, you take the car today with a full cover insurance. Oh, of course. Yeah, I get that. Why? Because they give me a range. Now I can play with that. Now I am making a negotiation. I already put them to committed with me. I am in power. I let them to think that they are making the decision. Oh no, I am the one making the decision for them. What I make was making them comfortable to make the final yes. And you know what? Sign the contract. I don't have to do much. What I have to do is listen. And I told you that yesterday. The main key of the whole thing is listening. You just have to listen, and people will tell you exactly what they're looking for. Ask the correct questions. Greet them with a smile. I don't know if you have to pick up the phone. "Hi, good morning. This is Rosalina. How can I help you?" "Hi, good morning. This is Rosalina." "Yeah. Did you notice there's two different Rosalinas just right there on the phone?" And you know what happened? People can read, people can listen your smile, people can read your energy, people can receive it. What kind of woman of power would be that? Yeah. Oh, no, I don't think so. You know what? I'm doubting it. And you know what happened? I have been noted with my agents. They says, "You know what? I have this client and they were really, really able to buy. This is the main words that we use: really able, really willing, and able to buy. All of a sudden, they have been in communications and communications and communications. All of a sudden, the clients MIA. They disappear, missing in action. You don't know about them anything else. Why? Because the agent stopped asking the correct questions and changed the perspective. First, you start like a real estate agents, and then the real estate agents try to be friends. Now they are not answering the cell phone. Hi, this is Rosalina. How can I help you? Even they know, and they have the person right register. Hi, Miss Rodriguez. How are you today? Thank you for calling me. How can I help you? Oh my gosh, I'm so curious. Why you're calling me today? How is the family doing before you're telling me anything else? Sometimes you need to continue having that professional before the friendship. Your leadership, that's that another skill that you had to have, need to be present all the time. I was talking with some agents like, wow, so many years ago, and one of the agents says, I don't dress myself with the high heels or blazers and things like that. I'm going in t-shirts and jeans as the client is, because the client now feel comfortable with me. Oh, I am not. Mm-mm. I am the one with the license. I am the real estate broker. I'm not a real estate license anymore. I'm the broker. I run an office. I have 250 agents. I have people looking at me. I have people sending to me messages. Hey, I would like to join your office. Why? Because they know me. If they do not know me, they have been here. Someone else talking about me. I have many other agents that left, maybe upset. Oh my gosh. Let me just finish what I was saying. Oh, I was saying that when that agents are in the office and I hear when they says, oh, people are not taking care of my calls, the way that your skills, your communication skills then have been changed. You change perspective right now with your client. Now you're not respecting them. You're too friendly. You're not professional. You're not look like a leader. When you dress no matter what. You don't need to go with the, oh, listen, it's not that it's bad with going with the jeans. You can go with the jeans with a good blazer, good high heels for 1-2 hours, and then get a sneakers in your car and you change it. I do it all the time. But when you are in that position, when you are the one in knowledge, you also try this. You will feel comfortable with some way to wear, to dress. And if you have a dress and you feel so powerful with that dress, that's the dress. That's the dress for the meeting. That's the dress for the interview. That's the dress for the sales team. See you give them instruction how to kill the month in sales, how they perform better. Because when you feel comfortable and empowered and you give that information out, they need to get the same thing. They will magnetize that. They will absorb your energy. Decision making, that's right away. They're coming with a situation, start asking questions. What will you be doing in that part? You don't need to give them the answer. Let them to think about the answer. That's why they are in the position. Now you're developing somebody else. Now you're putting that person to start putting that power out. Because what happened with people asking you questions? They're doubting themselves. Their mindset is not in the correct place. But when you start asking them the questions and put them in the situation, they start giving to you options. And all of a sudden, you don't have just one more option. You have a few to discuss with that person. but you empower them. Now you're transforming somebody else. Emotional intelligence. Guys, if you are in business, this is something that is coming. I think it says business, the calendar. Let's understand the calendar. The business runs from the first of the month to the 15th, from the 15th to the 30th. Everything can happen. And people get so upset and so frustrated because, oh, I didn't make the sales at the beginning of the month. But at the end of the month, if you're in the correct energy, you will have that and you're going to excel. Just put it on practice. I have agents telling me, oh my gosh, I haven't done that in the past 6 months. But the first 2 months, the first 6 months, they make $2.5 million in sales and real estate. That's $60,000 a year. But because they're thinking that they are not doing anything the last 6 months in sales, they forgot to start thinking as a CEO of their business. They're not doing marketing. They are not doing connections with possible clients. They are not making offers. And what happened? Those 6 months will not help you to move forward next year. When you're doing business and you're dealing with business and you're doing with the calendar, you cannot be emotional. Even you're doing on vacations. You can go to vacations. I don't know. Now it's coming the spring break. Leave all your social medias running. All your if you're going on vacation, people doesn't need to know that you're on vacations. Only you put it in the social media. But you can leave all your marketing material running the month, the 3 weeks, the just the weekend, a video talking about you. You can set your emails. Hey, happy spring break. I hope you and your family are having great. Enjoy, I don't know, traveling, whatever, many blessings. But whoever you are, whatever your company you represent, whatever your product it is, you need to be in the face of the people. Emotionals, oh, they haven't called me, they don't return my phone calls, and they are working maybe with somebody else. No, people have situations. Maybe their phone get damaged, maybe they have a virus in the computer, maybe they are just taking care of the family member that got sick, and you're thinking over here that they are doing something different. You need to stop to killing your own business, because your mindset, your thoughts are killing your business. You need to think about that. Why I'm thinking about this? What is the possibilities that this happened? What did I did in that phone call? How did I ask my client for the documents that they need to continue the process for the lending? And I had to put it this way. Why? Because this is what I'm working every single time. As a broker, I see that my agents start making excuses for the thing that they didn't do on time, and now they are pointing on the client. When you have a client, when you are a real estate agent, you are your CEO of your company. You have to behave like that, like one CEO. You should have a conversation with your client, and as soon as you met your client, the next thing is, hi, in an email or a text message. I don't know the way that they would like to communicate. Did you ask that? Because sometimes people will say, hey, I work from this time to this time. Maybe people work during nighttime. They will not be answering. And during the morning, they're sleeping, right? While you're working, they're sleeping. While you're sleeping, they're working. Hi, what would be the best way to communicate with you based on your schedule and how you want me to communicate with you? By text message, WhatsApp, phone calls, emails? Let me know. I don't want to interrupt you, or I want you to have a good communication with you based on what you need. That's the correct question. Let them to tell you, oh, you know what? You can call me at 2 o'clock. From 2 to 5, I can answer any questions. Perfect. So from 2 to 5, I'm going to keep in contact with you. So what happened? Maybe you are not able from 2 to 5 because you had to pick up your kids from school. You had to take your kids for touring. You had to start cooking. I don't know what your schedule is. You're going to your email as soon as you're finished talking with your client, and you make an email, and you use your email schedule for sending that reminder email to the client. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Rodriguez. Has been a pleasure talking to you today, and thank you so much for giving me the honor to be part of your journey to get your new home or your business, or make that transition in your business, or to sell this product or this machinery in the business. Mr. CEO, have been an honor and a pleasure talking to you. I have been here so much in the what is this word? I have been here so much of you with everyone in the market, and it was an honor finally meeting you. Thank you for the opportunity to do business with you. Here is the follow up email for our conversation. This and this and this is the products. This is going to be my services. This and this is going to be my commitment. And I'm looking for the next meeting. I don't know what you're selling. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what is your business right now, but I would love to guide you through the whole process of how to prepare your stuff, how revamped. You know what happened? When we get emotional, we forgot that we are a brand. We are the product. And I don't know how many of you have been studying marketing, but the product has a life of process. You is the brainstorming, getting the brand set it, what would be the vision, the mission, the all the stuff, and then you send the product to the market. Everybody knows Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Pampers, Lives, I don't know. All of a sudden, you have been noticed that they have to rebrand. Now it's, oh, Coca-Cola Zero, no sugar added. Oh, Coca-Cola, Sherry Coca-Cola, and they rebrand it. And then Pepsi do the same thing. Why? Because the brand has to continue bringing something new, something that captivate that market that is asking for something different. And then when you're in your emotions thinking what happened with that client that maybe do not reply back your emails, you don't know if they are on vacation, they have an emergency, or the business has something more important to deal at that moment. But you don't need to stop doing the business. You don't need to stop thinking what is happening and stop communicating with that. I have been here agents that told me, you know what? I didn't reach out, I didn't follow up the client, and they purchased. And I missed that commission. I have been I have been seeing something that it was very frustrated, and it was not in my company, and it was an emotional depressed for me. And I think that was a lacking of decision making and lacking of leadership, and the communication skill was awful. Well, I have a friend that has a company, and for some reason, I have been in a few of the phone calls with their clients internationally, right? And when you are internationally, you should know the etiquette of those countries. How do you communicate and how they communicate? How direct they need you to answer. what they need to hear from you, and what is your manners. For example, you're in a meeting, because right now the YouTube, the Zoom, the all this, the Teams meetings, all these things that have been created after COVID allow us to be in a different places having meetings, right? And I have been listening for a few years these kind of meetings, and oh my gosh, their manners are so bad. People with power and authority on the project talking, and somebody else talking, interrupting that person to ask the most not important or not topic related question at that moment. And I think that is both having the problem, because when you start a meeting, you should have your housekeeping instructions. I know that everybody goes, hi, good morning from here, good morning from here, good morning from here, good morning from here. Okay, let's go start, blah, 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 blah. Y empieza, everybody's talking, or the person that is leading at that moment start the meeting. Why we do not implement a housekeeping rules? Hi, guys, we are going to have this in the agenda today. We would love to attend or to clear all your questions and answers. Please write it down, your questions and answer, or send it directly through the chat to the person that you will have the questions. And by the end of the meeting, at least 5 to 10 minutes before, we're going to stop the conversation, we stop the meeting just to answer the questions. That is communication skills. That is leadership. That is decision making. And that is emotional intelligence. I was so frustrated listening to professionals, to people making decisions in billions, millions of dollars projects, that they were talking in top of the other, yelling in top of the other just to make their voice known, just to be listening. That's not a person in power. And so the thing is, many women were there. And what is your power? When you behave that way, you don't have power. You do not show your power, because that's why you have your skills. And if you know who you are and you know your power and you know how to do stuff, you do your meeting housekeeping rules all the time. Because I remember people saying, "Oh, this lady's there and this lady's there. She will not be kidding, telling you this and this and this and this." I know that, but the people in the meeting continued doing that bad behavior in that meeting. So that woman in power wasn't able to give her even energy to stop that kind of stuff. And no one from her team put the people waiting for or doing the correct thing as an etiquette. The other thing is, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Um, Financial awareness. Ladies, there's no limit in the world of money, of value, of wealth, in all your aspects of your that you can have with this. When we know our power, we have the financials. We have the power to turn the most simple sale in the biggest power. If you have teams, if you have people working with you as a team, you are just making 3 times, minimum 3 times your own income. So can you imagine you're working yourself? You're working for maybe you have your hours, or you're working with your top of the year salary. When you put people to work with you as a part of your team, minimum 3 times, you can change your income. And I cannot address that more. I have been told my agents, make teams. I put agents under other agents and they don't do it because they don't see the vision. They don't see their power. They don't see how much other can learn from them. But the thing is that you have so much power that when people are seeing you and you know what to do, when you pass on your knowledge, when you pass on those strategies, when you work together with someone that can shadow you, that can help you to grow, you're always going to grow more. Always. But this person, it will help you to grow these other ones. So imagine yourself like a iceberg. This is you. You help this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. When you want to see, it's a team working just right, empowering you, going with you all the way, all the way. Personal branding. Hey girls, we had to kill this. Personal branding. We love the glamour. We love the pictures. We love the makeup, the hair, the nails. Why we don't have time for that? Why we're not taking time for that? That is the glamorous thing on this. You sometimes when you're the CEO of the company, you have a budget for marketing. Market yourself. Have this maybe get okay. How can I empower other women in my team? Let's go for a Photoshop photo studio. Take your branding pictures, do the things that you need to do to market yourself. Let's go and get, I don't know, maybe white and beige colors and gold colors, and let's go to this huge amazing, maybe is a rooftop or amazing hotel, and they have a beautiful lobby, and you guys go and take a team picture. After that, it's just headshots or branding picture for the social medias and things like that. Celebrating the agents or your team. You have the budget. Just get creative. You can put in the calendar every 3 months, we're going to get the new pictures. Why? Because you had to celebrate your people. You have your personal branding, you had your budget in your company. Use for it. You are building a team that will never leave you. When you do this thing, you show your power because they know what you have. They know who you are. You have an agenda. You have a plan. You have something that maybe nobody else has. Power is not a title. Power is the ability to create value and influence outcome. Points that we need to start thinking about this. Women must learn how to sell confidentially, charge for their values, build profitable business, invest in themselves, and create multiple income streams. I just give it to you, that information. It's just came. It came out of the same information. Financial independence gives women a freedom to make decisions based on visions, no fear. We have to work for many times for our mindset. We need to take a time to disconnect from the business, from the commitments. We need to take time for us. We need to take times to plan what we're going to do. We should be planning every single day the next day, minimum. And we should be review if we cover all the bases of that meetings. that we did. We planned something. We did everything? Oh, I didn't do the, okay, let me just do this tomorrow morning. Because remember, you're making a plan. Based on that plan, you have accountabilities and you have something to see as a result. Okay. When we are working in as a woman of power, people see you differently. People see you with the power. People see you with as a role model. Okay. I write it down over here. I think I said it already, but your reputation is on the line. Your integrity is on the line. And your values are on the line. Because when they see you, the strong woman. They see someone that we can go there. We can match with that person. I would like to do what they do. I would like to communicate that way. I would like to grow that way. And you know what? If one do it, it's possible. We can all do it. And I was listening the other day because I don't know. I think it was my coach that it says, in business, people are saying that women after 40 or at 40 are not that desirable to be working maybe in corporate. What about women in 50? Honey, I'm 50. Our wisdom, our experience, our communication skills, our trainings are not the same at the trainings right now. Now everything is IA. Everything is chat GPT. No, we have to think. We have to know how to communicate. ChatGPT is just one tool that you can copy paste and put it when you are talking in a meeting, when you are sending a text message, when you are talking over the phone. There's no AI to help you. It's yourself. It's your etiquette. It's your knowledge. It's your luxury talking. It's your womanly going out. Mr., Mrs., Miss, may I help you? What would be the thing that you would like the most? If your business can just go up a 3%, will be this product, whatever you're representing, valuable? Do you think that your investment will be the best if you can X or 10X your business? Those are the questions. When you're doing a business, you have the power for them to say yes. How you formulate your questions is a skill. Do you know your skills? I would like you to do a list of your skills. When you're in a meeting, when you're with people, what the people are very happy to let you know that you nail it. Try to write it down every time that someone compliments you. Oh my gosh, I like the way that you talk in that training. Oh my gosh, I love the way that you close that deal. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that you can say that to that client. Or I didn't know that you can make that phone call. I love the way that you start laughing. I remember that client said, and that was amazing the way that you turned that conversation in a business. How do you save that business? All those questions are real. All those questions happened. Sometimes we caught up in everything that happened that sometimes we remember the one that put us in stock. Right there, the one that stopped us, that's the one that we remember. The one that we wasn't able to do, that's the one that killed us. But what happened with 100 things that happened that we saved the deal, that we put it to work? Because we had the power. Because that day we remember who we are and we went all the way in. We say that day, oh, none of the phone calls will be negotiable. I'm going to have an appointment, day and time to go. I'm going to do this sale. Use that power, and the thing happened the way that you want it. But then what happened? You forgot that power that day. And that day that didn't happen, you didn't know why or what happened. You wasn't ready or dressed with the power that you're ready to bring. So let's see. Let me try to see if we can put these questions together. It says, what industry are you building your career in? What is the biggest challenge that women face in leadership? Do you believe that women undervalue their skills? What skills do you most want to develop in business? What does power means to you as a woman? And I would love to work with you if you need to develop this. I'm here to be your coach, your mentor, help you to develop your business. We are here to help you. We are here for to see you grow. That's the idea of us over here. I'm going to put my link underneath for you to communicate. Please send us a message. We are here to take you 10 times more where you are right now. Because when we are empowered, everything else is super easy. There's no way that one situation cannot be done. A sales cannot be end in sale if you know how to deal with it and you're ready and you have the right attitude to go and put the solving situation and you have that puzzle ready to end up in the sale, to end that in the business that really work for that other person. That business, of you, you don't know how far you can go because mentally your mindset is not in the correct place. There's so many ways for you to explode that business that people will asking you how did you did it, because that dreams that you have in your business, that dream is possible. I guarantee you, with the correct direction, energy, mindset, and plan, you will conquer everything that you wanted. You are the queen of your dreams. You are the one that command your dreams. The universe is ready to give it to you everything you want. We just have to have a plan, a guideline, and we can move forward and we will have so much fun congratulating you, celebrating you in all your achievements. So I hope that you enjoy it. Please leave your message in your comments in the messages box. I'm gonna put the link as well when I finish this video for you to get in touch with us. Thank you so much. And I continue see you, maybe not tomorrow. I will try to do my best, maybe doing early in the morning in a live as well. But information. I'm very happy that you guys are here with me. And I hope that you can use these strategies, these 5 questions that I did at the end. Please go back to the video, answer those questions, and start seeing yourself in a different spectrum, in a different side of yourself. This is the woman with power, and I want you to start seeing everything with the power that you have, because the only one that can control that power is you. So take care, many blessings, and I hope that you can see your dreams come true as soon as possible. Take care, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.